So going forward, right? You got out of the Marine Corps. And I mean, obviously we covered a little bit of this on the last podcast. We covered about, you know what we did? We kind of read the text last time you were on the podcast of kind of how the transition, you know, you got out, you came to an event with Leif and I, and we hung out, and you were thinking to yourself, yeah, this looks like what I want to do.
Yeah.
But there's been more to it than that. That you've kind of briefed me on a little bit.
Yeah. How much time we got? Yeah, there's a lot more to it. The work that we do is awesome. And I wrote you a letter several months ago now, but I wrote you a letter kind of in some ways, you know, in some ways like, hey, thank you for bringing me part of this team. And there was, you know, I wanted to express some gratitude, and I did that to everybody to have been brought into something that is really incredible. And I wanted that to be clear, but I also wanted to kind of explain what I was going through as part of the transition. And what has hit me the hardest is not the things that I expected to happen that have happened. And look, some really good things have happened. This is an awesome company. We do great things, and I get to make an impact, and I love being a part of this. And I saw it, so I sort of expected to be able to do that and be a part of that and see the impact of that. But I didn't give much thought at the time to how it was going to impact me and what the impact of being a part of this would mean for my growth and for myself. I think we just talked about this earlier today when I get introduced at these events all the time, and they read my bio sometimes, and I hear the words of what we're doing and everything, and what I've done, and I was at a point that I can look back and very easily think that I could have coasted. I could have said, hey, I did some good work in the Marine Corps. I got a really cool resume, and I've kind of got it figured out. I don't have that much more to learn, and I'm going to glide. I'm going to kind of just go straight level for a while. And the biggest part of this transition for me is the recognition that what I have done to this point, what I accomplished as a Marine and the things that I did as a pilot, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because if I cash in now and I check in the box and I'm done and I coast from now, I'll define my life by having coasted for the rest of my life. And I wasn't really prepared for having to recognize of how much more there is for me to learn and how much more there is for me to do. And that has been by far the best and the most humbling part about this. And you know me at this point, you know me well enough that I'm not afraid to admit, you know, things that are kind of hard to admit. I'm not afraid to kind of humble myself. I'm not afraid to say, wow, I got that wrong. I didn't see that coming. This transition has been way, way more than I thought it was going to be. And in some ways, it's actually put me on my heels a little bit. It's been a reminder that, man, I'm not even close to doing the things that I want to do before I'm done. I'm not even close. And that's a hard feeling sometimes. It's actually, I struggle with that a little bit. Because a lot of the times people around me tell me I've done great things. And I hear that a lot, and it's great to hear, but I'm not even close, man. And that is something I struggle with every day. And I work at every day, and I have a lot to do.
I don't think that you didn't get to where you were without feeling that, right?
Yeah.
You don't get to be, you know, all the things that you did in your big bio without saying, without having in the back of your mind, like, I need to do more and I need to do better, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But the magnitude of it, it gets bigger over time. It doesn't get smaller. The magnitude continues to grow.
Oh, you know, I know what this is. This is like when you start jiu-jitsu, and you're like, well, you know what? Give me a few weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me figure this out.
In like 2 or 3 months, I'll probably be tapping this guy out.
Yeah.
And then
No.
2 weeks into it, you're going, oh my God, there's a whole nother thing here.
Yeah, that might be one of the best metaphors for it. That experience.